55 Sports. This is The Locker Room.
That we bid you a hearty good evening. Welcome inside another edition of The Locker Room alongside my PIC, my partner in crime, Elijah Collins. I am Justin Prince. Thanks so much for making us a part of your Friday night plans, everyone. And Elijah, we are getting down to the nitty-gritty of the winter sports seasons here in the Hoosier State.
That's right. You got that right, JP. Wrestling sectionals begin next week. The girls' basketball season wraps up next week as well. And we've only got about a month left in the boys' basketball regular season as well.
Yeah, but before we get there, conference championships still have to be decided on the boys' side of things at least. Only two teams remain unbeaten in the SAC, and the two of them squaring off tonight. Elijah, go ahead and take it away, man.
All right, let's get to it. First stop of the night comes at Spartan Arena. Northside riding a 4-game win streak as they battle Homestead. Both teams 4-0 in conference, but hey, someone's got to take that L tonight. Let's see who it is. Second quarter, Northside up 24-17, but Grant Leeper cuts the deficit with a nice hook. Legends still up 24-16. Later in that same frame, under 2 minutes to play, Will Jamison with the hoop and the harm, as you say, cuts the deficit. Big time play there. Later in that frame, seconds later, Brayshawn Bassett answers with the and one of himself. 26-21 game. Going to the break, third quarter we go. Tay Johnson. Doing Tay Johnson things. Gets the layup to go. It's a 5-point game after the bucket. Later in that same frame, 5 minutes to go. It's a 1-point game. Legends up 28-27. Bassett with the nice fader gets it to go all bottom there. It's a 3-point game. But hey, Homestead would get the win tonight. Alex Graver with the floater. Homestead gets their first lead in the third quarter and never looks back. The Spartans survive the battle down the stretch. 5-0 in conference to lead the SAC. They get the win 53-46.
All right, we make our way over to Mark Sheff Gymnasium. Wayne looking to keep pace with Northside now for second in the SAC with just that one loss. Pick things up early in this one. Bruins trying to set the pace. Beautiful passing display gets Keon Bates open for the 3-ball. Bruins open up a 5-point lead, but Wayne was quick to respond. Javon Lewis Jr., how good has this kid been this year? Goes glass for 2 of his game-high 17, added 11 assists. And hey, speaking of assists, check out this dime from Monty Smith. One of his 5 beautiful pocket pass to Preston Comer for the deuce. 11 points, 12 rebounds for Comer. And then you're going to see Chase Barnes step into the 3-ball, the talented sophomore, finishing with 10 points. And Wayne moves to 4-1 in conference play. They win 64-56.
All right, swinging on to Concordia Lutheran to see them take on the Snyder Panthers. Start off right before halftime ago. It's going to be Johnny Washington. Gets in for the layup. Pretty good, right? As the buzzer sounds.
17 points for him tonight.
Good night. Good game for him. It's a 33-22 game. Second half ago. Cadet still up 11 until David Speckhard misses. And Alan Mullen cleans up after him. Concordia leads 35-22. Snyder did try to fight back in this one, though. That's Keydrell Billingsley. Here he is. Knocks down the tray ball to bring the lead down to 10. Later on, Landon Fry. Here
pretty
he is.
Good baseball player. He's a pretty good baseball player.
Right?
Yeah.
Gets it to Quaylen Clapton. He knocks down the 3-ball. Just wouldn't be enough for the Panthers, though. Cadets take this one 60-48. Your final.
All right, out at Charger Fieldhouse. Carroll looking to move above 500 in conference play for the first time this year, hosting Southside. Pick things up in the third. Chargers starting to separate. Cannon Hauser. Tough take to the rack here. Bucket puts Carroll up by 14. And they weren't done. A little bit later, Jackson Pardon, like a hot knife through butter.
Pardon me.
Gets through the Archer defense to the cup for another Carroll bucket. It's an 18-point Charger lead. Southside would try to keep things close. Omarion Washington. If at first you don't succeed, try and try again. Sticks with it, gets 2 of his 24 to go. Archers would actually get the lead down inside single digits, but Carroll too tough tonight. Darian Truesdale, 3-ball, corner pocket, nothing but net. Chargers move to 3-2 in SAC play. They win 71-50.
All right, final stop on the boys' side of the SAC comes over at Dwenger. Battle of the Bishops on tap for tonight. Pick things up in the first quarter. It's going to be Saints racing out to an early lead. Sam Campbell drops home the nice floater there.
Gets all the rim.
Flow game on point there, and Dwenger's up by 5, but the Knights would answer. Big thanks to this guy right here, DeMarcus Barr. The sophomore hits from deep in the corner. Good shot there, cans it. A little bit later, though, same spot. Here he is, same result. And another 3-ball ties the game up. Coming up clutch, but Dwenger had some size that Lures did not. Thanks in large part to big Caleb Learman. Here he is. Does some work down low, gets it off the glass to go. The junior bucket plus the foul inside right there as the Saints bring home the Battle of the Bishops with the 67-55 dub.
All right, let's head north of I-69 to Eagle Country. One NECC matchup on tap for you. Fremont hosting 3A number 6 West Noble. First quarter, Austin Kripe finds Nevin Ferris. He buries the corner 3. A little bit later, turning some defense into offense. Kripe with the steal finds Ferris once again. This connection working well this evening and all season long. That's an easy layup. Fremont, hey, they keep this one close early. Give them credit. Here's Ethan Bontrager. Maybe? Excuse us. That is Braden Barth with a big bucket on the other end. This time, that is Ethan Bontrager with the board. And then a 3-ball for the Eagles. That's Connor Slee. And then, you know, West Noble, though, they have Austin Kripe, and Fremont does not.
Good.
He's pretty good. Kripe, step back, tray ball. West Noble wins 82-57. They're unbeaten in NECC play.
Gee, shout out to them. All right, switching gears to the ACAC now. Heritage 2-0 in conference play, hosting Woodland, who comes in at 2-1. This one was a nail-biter the whole way through early on in the game. I see you, Luke Saylor, with the drive and the finish. You hear from him again later in the first. Howard Kaiser with the, Kaiser strong basket to bring the Patriots up 4-0. Still in the first, it's going to be Trey Yoder. We hear that name quite a bit, loses it, but it's all good. DJ Garrett gets the board and the bucket. Patriots still on top. And I told you we'd hear from the kid again. Saylor, here he is with the basket. Again, Heritage extends the lead after the bucket, but Woodland answers back, though. It's going to be Lincoln Sparks with the time. Time to Drew Fleek. He sinks it to tie the game at 7. This one went right down to the wire. Patriots take it in OT over the Warriors, 57-54, your final.
Luke Saylor hitting the game winner like he probably should. Heading on down to Bluffton now. Tigers hosting Adams Central. AC looking to keep pace in the ACAC conference race. First quarter, Micah McClure on the fast break to Isaac Schultz. Takes a little contact, still gets the layup to go. It's 2-0. Fast forward a little bit. Andrew Hunt gets the pass for the Tigers, sinks the ball, sinks the shot from mid-range. Gets Bluffton back within 6. It's 22-16 AC. Jets trying to extend that lead. McClure's pass not where he wanted it to go. Bluffton takes it down, pass it around, and then, hey, you get
Bring it
ball.
around
That
town.
was Keaton Springer. AC still up 5, though, other end of the floor. Ryan Tester finds the big man, big Ethan Poling. Gets the bucket and the bonus. Made the foul shot. Jets fly away with this one, 87-55. Your final tonight. All right. It's time for our first break, but don't you go anywhere. The ladies are up next, and conference title races, they are starting to get interesting. Could Northrop and Sea City take their next steps to conference crowns? We got those highlights coming up next.
We're the Carroll Chargers. You're watching The Locker Room. More highlights after the break.
This is The Locker Room.
Hey, welcome back, boys and girls. Elijah, as we told the folks earlier in the show, we've got just a week left in the girls' basketball regular season here in the Hoosier State. Hard to believe, man.
Yeah, that's right, Justin. Conference races are starting to tighten up in the NE8. Columbia City remains the long team unbeaten in league play, with Norwell lurking right behind. And in the SAC, Northrop controls their destiny as they are the lone unbeaten squad in conference. action as well.
Yeah, and tonight the Bruins could clinch, but they would need a little bit of help. Either way, they can take one step closer to bringing home that SAC title. Let's get you back over to Mark Sheff Gymnasium. Lady Bruins ranked 5th in Class 4A this week, hosting Wayne. Picked things up late in the second quarter. Bruins building on a lead. Naya Bell ringing the bell from downtown. And she wasn't done. A little bit later on the break, you're going to see Bell once again, this time off the feed from Lexi Castater, dropping home the bucket inside. Northrop takes a 13-point lead to the locker room. Second half, Generals would try to hang in this one. Shabria O'Quinn gets inside for the bucket, but this one was all Northrop the rest of the way. You're going to see Jalea Robinson in the corner here. 3-ball is nothing but bottoms. And then a little bit later, they go inside. Bruins can do that too. Brooklyn McLemore, the Finley commit, finishes off a bucket, and then off the turnover, you're going to see Nevaeh Jackson, the Valpo signee, with the bucket on the break. She had 11 points, 5 rebounds, and Northrop clinches at least a share of the SAC title. They can claim it outright next week with a 62-27 victory.
I'm feeling really good. We had a fall to Southern Washington this week, so it was all about just getting back in the groove. Like, we took a loss, but we're not going to let that affect our season, and we're just going to keep pushing at it and being the team that we're supposed to be and living up to all that potential that we have. Don't take any teams lightly. I mean, every team has good players and good competition. You just have to keep playing and be humble. We got 2 games left in the season, so just finish through these and get ready for sectionals is all we're worried about. And just winning the SAC, and we know we can do it. We just have to execute and keep pushing each other in practice and get better.
Northrop will host Homestead next Friday night with the SAC title on the line. I think I know what game we're going to lead with next week.
Oh, yeah.
Tip between the Spartans and Bruins is set for 6 p.m. over at Northrop.
All right, next stop comes back at Spartan Arena. 15-4 Homestead hosting 6-12 Northside Spartans, trying to remain undefeated in the conference play. First quarter we go, under 5 minutes. Homestead already off to a good start. Allie Stevens running the break. She gets reward, gets the layup to go. Spartans extend that lead 7-0. Later in that same frame, under 2 minutes to play, Homestead up 13-0. Nice little run. Emma Royce adds to it with a nice jumper there. 15-0 Spartans. They went on a pretty big run tonight. 24-0 run. Royce with the pass to the freshman Whitney Ackenbruck gets the jumper to go, and Homestead easily gets the victory tonight. 59-14, your final.
All right, back we go over to Eugene Parker Court and the cage. We see the Lady Cadettes squaring off with Snyder in this one. Head to the second quarter. It's Olivia Bollinger with the 3-ball. This one was close early. Snyder's up a pair. Shortly after, you're going to see Bollinger once again. This time, she's going to knock it down from downtown. Wow, I can't talk
Knock it down.
Cadettes take the lead. Panthers, though, would answer. Sierra Sims drives in, gets the bucket to drop. That would tie the game up at 29 apiece. The Panthers would take it and run from there, though. They ride a big second half in this one. They take it over Concordia 58-42.
All right, back out to Charger Fieldhouse we go. Carroll hosting Southside on the girls' side as well. Chargers got out running in this one early in transition. Jersey Paul feeds Jaden Fuller for the bucket. Carroll up 6 after the lay-in. A little later, though, Fuller, here she is, repays the favor to Paul. In transition, Jersey pulls up and hits the triple trifecta. That's a good shot right there. Pulls up and knocks it down. You can make it a 9-point Charger lead. Justice Billingsley, here she is, would try to keep Southside in this one. Tough take, give her the hoop and the harm. Ooh! Game high 25 tonight from her, but Southside could have used a lot more in this one. Paul, another 3-ball. Here she is. She had a team high 20. Carroll cruises to a 71-31 dub.
All right, final stop in the SAC tonight comes back at Dwenger. Battle of the Bishop, female edition. Saints hosting the Knights, third quarter. Knights building on a 4-point halftime lead. Maggie Parent knocks down the wing 3. Lewis takes a 7-point lead. Saints doing their best to hang around in this one. Ball gets inside here to Giselle Eke. She gets the shot to go off glass, cuts into that Lewis lead, but this one was all Knights, all night.
I see.
They forced the turnover. And then in transition, you're going to see Reese Roadhamel hands the 3 ball just like that, pulling with some confidence. I see you. And then turnovers were a big problem for Dwenger tonight. They forced another one to the Knights, and on the break, it's Parent sends her defender flying, gets another bucket to go. Lure splits the Battle of the Bishops. Lady Knights roll 54-30.
All right, we bump over to the NE8 now. Columbia City looking to keep their hold on conference title race. Eagles 5-0 in NE8 play, visiting DeKalb. Long pass finds Faith Fry in the corner. She
No
knocks
relation
down
to Drew.
the triple on the break. Tessa Tonko, here she is, gets it to Addison Baxter through the contact. Good take there. Gets the bucket and the foul for the 3-point play. Back to the traditional 3-ball. Fry kicks it to Kendra Sheets for the tray ball. DeKalb not going away easily, though. It's going to be Amanda Day. Backs down her opponent here, doing work down low. Finishes for the Barons. C-City keeping up the 3-point Barons tonight. Couple passes to Sheets, and she connects again from deep.
That passing.
Eagles.
Love the extra pass.
There you go. Eagles keep rolling and stay undefeated in conference with a 55-36 win.
All right, we make our way down to Ostia. Norwell looking to keep their hopes for an NE8 title alive tonight as well. Knights 4-1 in NE8 play, ranked 5th in 3A, hosting New Haven, and Norwell put the hurt on them early. But here's Samantha Goodrich for the Bulldogs with the and-1 bucket. That made it 52-7 in favor of Norwell. And they just kept on cruising. Mackenzie Feast doing Mackenzie Feast things. Hits a 3-ball, puts the Knights up 50 at recess. Yes, that's 5-0. A little bit later, second half, Lillian Norris with the rebound. Annabelle Johnson with the finish on the other end. Launches it to Dakota Hubble, who finishes it on the other end. And then a little bit later, Kennedy Finley, that's an easy layup off the inbound. And then after that, Norris sticking with the loose ball here. Pivots, pivot, and it goes right in. Absolutely, Knights rolling 90-22. They are 5-1 in conference play.
All right, last up of the night, a good NE8 matchup between 15-4 Belmont and 14-3 Huntington North. Both 3-2 in conference play. First quarter we go. Huntington North up a basket. Marissa Trout knocks down the 3-ball in the corner.
There's
Vikings
a fish fry joke there somewhere.
taking a 5-0 lead late in that frame. It's 12-1.
I'm
Vikings
telling you,
with a nice
there's a
lead.
fish fry joke there somewhere.
Trout with another basket. 11 points for her tonight. But Belmont's going to answer. Haley Cole with a nice little layup underneath. It's going to be more from her. She had 11 points to finish tonight. All right, this one's going to end in the final 40-37. Belmont gets the victory.
All right, it is time for our play of the night, and I think we're going to go back to Spartan Arena for this one, Elijah. Why don't we go back there to Spartan Arena? Will Jamison, kid's only a junior, but man, is he impressive.
Will.
He is impressive.
He's good.
Takes the contact, finishes through it, gets the and-1. Let's see it one more time, just for good measure. And-1 over the bigger defender. And Homestead, they stay unbeaten in conference play. Big win for them over Northside tonight.
Got to respect the comeback.
Absolutely. All right.